So the first delivery of the Champions Trophy. And that's the outswinger. Serikant. And that's been heaved away. 4 runs to the mid-on boundary. And that ball was picked somewhere around about the off stump and cracked away for 4.
An extraordinary shot for even for a one-day game in the 3rd over.
And once again, Mahanama not too happy.
Well, a huge shout there. That must have been fairly close. But once again, umpire Bird not only saying not out, but giving 4 leg byes.
I think Peter will find if there's a replay that was outside the off stump. But Kapil Dev very disappointed. There you see it.
Still 2 men close to the bat. That's Gavaskar with his hands behind his back at slip, and Matanlal and Gully as Binny comes into Da Silva. That's a superb shot. That really was a majestic shot, and it's 6. Umpire David Shepherd raises his hands. First 6 of the tournament. It's Ravi Shastri, who we'll see bowling presumably shortly. You can just see on the edge of your picture on the right the wicket which will be used for tomorrow's game between West Indies and Pakistan. And they'll be playing 6 matches in all, 3 on each. It'll be interesting to see whether they turn towards the end of the tournament. Well, a little bit of a mix-up, a half-hearted appeal, but what did you make of that, Mansoor?
Not very much. It's normal happening in a limited overs game.
Oops. Well, that was a pretty violent blow, and lucky for Binny, Da Silva didn't quite connect.
Mahanama on 6 to receive Chetan Sharma, who's replaced Roger Binny. Shout for an LBW appeal, but I think that ball doing a bit too much. The Indians rather demonstrated, but that is Chetan Sharma's style. Leg byes. Binny stops it right at the boundary line with his foot. Good bit of fielding, because there is a slope down towards the grandstand end, rightfully deserving the applause of the crowd. That must be a chance of a run out. No, wrong end throw by Chandrakant Pandit. He should have thrown at the bowler's end. And because of lack of sharpness of thinking, I think India have lost the golden opportunity of getting the breakthrough.
A narrow shape for Sri Lanka and Aravinda De Silva. In fact, he slipped whilst going on for the single.
Now watch. There he slips. Chandrakant Pandit doesn't even see where the batsmen are, because it was the call of Mahanama, and he had taken a good start. Well beaten, but luckily for him, the ball doesn't go through to the keeper, off the pads, and the batsmen run very well to take the second run. Good running between the wickets. So 2 more to Sri Lanka. And these 2 doing very well by their side. India desperately looking for a breakthrough. And in the 13th over, Sri Lanka 48 without loss.
It's going to be De Silva now to face Sharma. Oh, that's a lovely shot. My word, what a shot. 4 runs. That ball short, and De Silva was in position like a flash. Could be another 4, and De Silva cutting loose now, 4 to the backward point boundary. cut a little uppishly, but well clear of a fielder. And the Sri Lankans now racing at this point of time. Short, and that's up in the air. He could be gone, and he is. De Silva playing that shot too often. Good planning by India. They had Azharuddin at deep square leg, placed for that exact shot, and De Silva fell into the trap. Well planned India, well bowled India. The first wicket down for 61, and the Champions Trophy has really come to life right from the moment's go. And it's going to be Rana Tunge to face the bowling. And a bit of misunderstanding there. Rana Tunge was ready, and there is an overthrow. And that's the first time that we've seen any slackness in the Indian fielding. Otherwise, it's been very alert and on occasions brilliant. So Rana Tunge on 2. Another view of the VIP stand with Abdurrahman Mukhatir. Leg by 66 for 1.
Sharma. That's the first irregular bounce. There is an excuse for the fielder there. It bounced and spun away from him. Capel, the fielder, 3 runs. And Shastri is just about to start his 3rd over. Has had 8 runs taken off the 2 so far. Sharma 1 for 26, the only wicket taker so far. Unusual stroke. Mushtaq has been replaced by Mansur Ali Khan, the now over Pataudi. So very difficult, I think, for a slow left-hand bowler to bowl at a right and left-handed batsman, as he's got the problem now.
Yes, Peter, but Shastri is a very experienced cricketer in spite of his youth. And if he can't do it, there are not many who can. Not getting all that much help from the wicket. I think they tended to spin a bit more last year. Or rather, the last championship earlier this year.
Mahendra Singh, who's had a bowl already. This is the other slow left-hander, Ravi Shastri. Giving the ball a bit of air. And bowling. That was a fine delivery, played slightly across it, but Sharma strikes. And the second wicket goes down with a total on 84. And Mahanama is out for 97.
Well, he went right across that one, and he had a fortunate hour or so at the crease. Been a little bit lucky with getting the benefit of the doubt LBW from Kapil Dev early on, and this time trying to force the ball, pitching on the outside the off stump through the leg side. Here you see the replay. He goes right across and loses off stump.
It's important for Sri Lanka that they don't lose momentum at this stage of their innings. Having said that, he probably swats it for 6. That was a superb shot, that. Very little backward. Perfect timing. Way it went over wide long on for the second 6 of the night. slow wide ball toss. It's going to be two Gavaskar throws, and it could be close. But Mendes, timing his run perfectly, just makes it.
Not quite where he intended, but he brings the 100 up. One into the fielder at long on.
And that brings up the 100.
That's beautifully square driven. 4 runs. Superb shot. Mendes, the right-hander, in strike to Madanlal. Trying to steer that one down to third man. Typical one-day shot.
I think that, in fact, went inside the bat, the inside edge. So he missed the receipt. No, he didn't. It was outside edge, but did not get a touch, obviously, although there was a mild appeal.
Hit over the top, safe. Raman Lamba, the fielder from mid-off, they'll get 2. So a quick look at the scorecard so far. Mahanama bowled Sharma 27. De Silva caught as a bowled Sharma 33. Ranatunge batting on 31 and Mendes on 9, and it's going to be Ranatunge in strike to the bowling of Ravi Shastri with Sri Lanka 114 for 2 in 26 overs.
Shastri to continue to the left-handed Ranatunga. Just waiting for the field to settle, for the batting to settle.
Lifted in, that's a big 6. In fact, it's out of the ground. Picked up beautifully.
A single to Ranatunge takes the score to 121 in the 27th over. They've got 8 wickets in hand. $125 for 2. Mendes on to 12. It's picked up appreciably. It's a lovely cool breeze. Ranatunge has gone, much to the delight of this big crowd, which has a fair sprinkling of Indian support. And also Sri Lanka, as you saw there, the flag waving. So Ranatunge back in the pavilion, having played a good knock, and it's 125 for 3. And that ball possibly inside edge onto its pads and then to the wickets.
Ranatunga trying to run it down to third man, gets an inside edge this time, as the full face of the bat hadn't been given to the ball and was bowled.
Still trying to get some movement in the air. Very defensive field. There's 3 men on the leg side to the left-hander, Guru Singhi. And he's bringing Maninder Singh up from long off into the mid-off position, so it's 3 men and saving 1 on the offside.
That one must have beaten leg stump.
Putting the ball on the outside, which means he's trying to bowl an in-swinger to the left-handed batsman. Moving from right to left. Quick thinking by Pandit. Crucial stage of the innings this for Sri Lanka. They've got enough overs left to be able to play properly, but they must try and keep that striking rate up around about 6 runs and over, so they can't afford to get bogged down.
Rather curious, isn't it, Peter? Benny bowling, his in-swingers, at least swinging it into Guru Singh, has got only 3 men on the onside.
Yes, most peculiar.
Bowled in.
Lovely ball, trying to play it out on the offside. And at the swing, just an upswing to catch the inside edge of the bat. And that's the end of Guru Singh, out for 4, bowled by Roger Binny. And the 4th wicket goes down with a total on 138. And we're in the 31st over.
The ball did pitch slightly outside off stump and came back into Guru Singh. Guru Singh trying to force it into the offside, got an inside edge. Certainly Guru Singh did not show any sort of form as such. Did start middling the ball for a while, but there you are, the replay. Pitching outside off stump, getting the inside edge and knocking his middle stump out.
Binny to Mendes. That's hit into the air. That's a good shot. 4 runs. Mahendra can't cut it off. Going for an almighty heave. But quite frankly, Tiger, he wasn't left with very many opportunities. He had to do it because Tilakaratne at the other end has not been able to get runs.
No, but he did play across the line, that ball, and which pitched just outside the off stump, and he aimed to hit it between mid-wicket and mid-on. He would have been more successful had he tried a similar shot to the one previously where he got 4. Here is the replay. Pitching just outside off stump. He may have got a little edge to that. And the ball moving in a little bit.
Binny now to Alves. That's a big hit. It's up in the air. He could be out, caught, and it's over. Now let's see whether it's a 6 or a 4. Looks like a 6, and it is.
That went right over Raman Lama's outstretched hand. No chance of a catch there at all. Unless perhaps somebody like Joel Garner was fielding there. I don't really see anybody else getting to it. It's far too high. Let's see. No, he can't reach it.
Binny bowling to him from the stadium end. That could be 4, and it is. Down to the long leg boundary. And that is an exceptionally expensive over from Binny, appreciated by the Sri Lankan crowd, the waving of the flags. That's hammered away out to deep extra cover, and Alves could get 2 there. And as Mansoor said, that was an attempt to keep the ball well up. And as always, in the final moments of a one-day match, the crowd enjoying it the most. Plenty of advice coming from the stands, both to the Sri Lankans and Kapil Dev. Bowled in! That's experience for you. As he came down the wicket, pitched right up to him and yorked. 185 for 5, and there are the flags, the jubilation and the happiness among the Indian supporters.
Well, played a bit across the line, but didn't really have much choice at this stage of the game but to go for the big hit. And Kapil bowling very intelligently, managing to york Alvis, as you see there. Ball pitch comes down the wicket, and the ball goes beneath the bat. Intelligent piece of bowling from a very experienced cricketer.
So a total of 220, Mushtaq reckons will be about it. Well, there's 4 of them. Well, somebody once said to me, it doesn't matter how, just how many. There's another one. Mahinder's after it, and what a splendid catch. Beautifully judged. Beautifully done. What a lovely pair of hands.
Yes, very well judged catch by Mahinda. He waited for it, and in the end he had to jump about a couple of inches off the ground to take the catch right above his head, and I reckon it was a good wicket as far as India was concerned. There it is, trying to bowl full length. In fact, it was full toss, and he picked it up. He hit it right in the middle of the bat, and there's Mahinda, came forward, going back, jumping a little bit, got it right into the head. Well caught, sir.
Bowled in. The perfect ball, really. Straight, full length, hit middle and off. Tilikarani is out. Bowled by Chetan Sharma for 16. And the 8th wicket goes down with a total on 204.
Yes, I think Tilikarani, he was really trying to cut loose. There you see Sharma. Well-directed ball, pitched about just outside the leg stump. Tilikarani giving himself a bit of room, trying to hit him on the offside. Missed it completely.
Well, he can't be perfect all the time, but he got away with that one. Just cost him a single. What do you say? I just said the first black hunter tender was just pushing it, isn't it? Oh, that must be out. Must be Sid. Nice, easy run out. Can't really fault the batsman there. Although it wasn't his call, Lambo, they have to look for a run off every ball, really. And so the sacrifice is made.
That's right. Inevitable had to happen in the end. The batsman played the shot, and I think non-striker, there you are, played on a short mid-wicket. Ravi Shastri, I think, the fielder, picked the ball up and just lobbed it back to the bowler, Kapil Dev, with both batsmen stranded right in the middle. Bit of misunderstanding there by the batsman at strike. He didn't really respond to his partner running from the other side.
Rana Rashid, the last man in, and another good Yorker from Kapil.
Good delivery there was.
Last ball, Ben? So the last ball of the innings. Well, the Sri Lankan total standing on at 213. The crowd already beginning to chant as Kapil bowls. And that's it. Sharma just safely gathers, and so the Sri Lankan innings closes on 214 for 9 in their 45 overs. So Sri Lanka 214 for 9 in their 45 overs, a total which I think the experts would suggest was about 30 runs short of what it should have been. Anyway, they've still got to make it, India. It's not easy to chase runs. 215 they need. Let's join them at the start of their innings.
Here comes Demel.
Well, first ball to Shrikant. Just point. Demel again to Gavaskar. Oh, what a shot! That really is, I think, the stroke of the match so far.
A glorious shot there by Gavaskar. I'm sure Sri Lanka is going to be in great trouble if there's many more like that to follow. He put his foot right in line of the ball, close to it, and banged it past point.
And this dropping a fielder down to sweeper position and the covers off your picture frame at the moment. Totally expected, because this bowler has been able to keep the batsman quiet in the earlier phase of the over, and the batsman might like to go for a shot later on. This time it wide enough, and Shrikant has cut it away. 4 runs. Cardinal error by Ratnayake. You can't give the width to Shrikant to play that shot, and this time that one was pitched outside off stump, and Shrikant got well on top of it and square cut it down to the deep backward point boundary for 4. His first boundary. That's cut away beautifully by Gavaskar. Superbly placed. 4 runs. That's the shot of a master. He delayed it till the last moment to place it wide off a diving fielder at backward point and got 4 runs. Gavaskar trying that one-day shot, knowing that there is no one in the slips, but this one, the disconcerting amount of bounce obtained by Demel, bounced just that little bit extra, and it eluded the outside edge. Very good over so far by Demel. It seems to be a case of odds and evens with him. He rules the odd over well.
You're right. This over, he's been keeping the ball up to the batsman much more than he did earlier.
This time Gavaskar steers it, just gets 1. LeBroy, the fielder. That's a very fine over by Demel. Just 1 run off it, and India, after 7 overs, are 26 without loss. Gavaskar is 17 and will keep strike.
Demel to bowl to Sunil Gavaskar. Demel not getting the movement in the air. He's bowling with the wind. Rana Tunge. Beautifully played. Late and fine down to third man, 2 runs. LeBroy to field. Slash, 4 runs. A slashed square cut. Backward point. It's 38.
I've been joined in the commentary box now by Mushtaq Mohammed, who's played against and with Gavaskar so many times. Mushtaq, how do you assess his position in terms of world cricket history?
I reckon he's got to be on the top, really. The man who's played all his life at one position is number one and faced fast bowlers, every type of fast bowlers from the day he started playing Test cricket, and I really admire this little man. He hasn't been unsettled by any fast bowlers in the world so far.
That's out. It must be a magnificent catch by Galvis. And so Gavaskar, who's never scored a 100 in limited over cricket, is out for 27. And the first Indian wicket goes down with a total on 42.
That's right. It was a little bit outside the off stump, and what we were saying just earlier on. Even a great cricketer like him for some time when he plays a shot. Well, he has to play a shot like it because there was no slips. He had to go for the runs. There you see the bowler pitching a little bit outside the off stump, giving a lot of room. Gavaskar, I think, played the right shot, but was a bit unlucky to get a very thick edge and keeper make a magnificent diving catch on his right.
So a generous ovation for the little master as he comes back to the pavilion. And what I'm looking forward to is his confrontation next week with the West Indian fast bowlers. That should be a real treat for cricket lovers.
That's right. Gavaskar has played them before and has proved himself that he's got hundreds against them. The man who scored 32 Test centuries, a great cricketer. It's Lama. Is it?
He's another one who's strange to me. I don't think he's toured England, so I haven't seen him before. Have you seen him play?
Yes, he was there last summer with the Indian side. There you see the replay again. Outside the off stump, bit short, went for a cut.
Full marks to the wicketkeeper. That's a magnificent catch, isn't it?
Good anticipation. I think he moved with the ball. Held it well. Remind me of Jeffrey Dujon making a catch just 2 days ago at Karachi. Getting Asif Mustafa out was one of the very spectacle catch, great catch.
So that's a useful wicket, and whoa, right through him, first ball. That's a great start this for Labrouille. The priceless wicket of Gavaskar, and now he's already troubled the new batsman. So what an over this has been. A wide, a wicket, and almost a second wicket immediately afterwards.
Incidentally, that was his first wicket in one-day international. The bowler Lebroy.
And he's bowled him! Oh, what a magnificent ball that was. Came back like a fast off break. And Lamba is out without scoring. Really, that was a magnificent delivery, Mushtaq.
There's no doubt about it. He brought the ball back into the batsman, and I wouldn't be surprised to see in the replay that it's got the inside edge. There you are. Going across. Yes, I think it's got the inside neck onto the stumps. Bit unlucky, but then again full marks to the bowler Lebroy, who kept his length in line. And I just said that in his first over he got Gavaskar out, and now Lamba. So he's got 2 wickets in his first one-day international match in the first over. You can't be more rewarding than that. And the over is not finished yet.
Four runs and well played. There's no fielder there that was Well placed, good placement by Shrikant. And India on the move again after that slight hesitation when 2 wickets fell. Into the 80s now. Shrikant on 38. He was a little hesitant in the beginning, but now he's in full flow. And he's dropped. The Gavaskar was unlucky, a similar sort of catch, and the wicketkeeper held on to it. And Shrikant takes a second. This is insult to injury. A dropped catch of the bowler, then another run. And I think the disappointment there clearly telling.
Yeah, it is, yes. Very similar to the one that Gavaskar was caught off. Went fairly fast, but eminently takeable.
And the stadium now almost packed. Very festive mood. Azharuddin to face, rather Shrikant to face Lebroy. And that's up in the air, and he's dropped again at square leg. And that was a simple one.
So Shrikant with the strike, needing 3 for 50, the first 50 of the match. And he gets it in the grand manner. That's a huge blow. Way over the long on stand. That's the biggest strike of the day. And what a tremendous blow. That gives you some idea of the distance it carried. And he goes to 50 in the grand manner with a splendid 6. A little bit stronger, and that's 4.
That's on driven, glorious shot. Demel unable to cut it off. Literally rocketing away on this heavy outfield. 124 for 2. That's an exquisite one-day shot. That's a genius, a stroke of genius. It was wired outside the off stump, and Shrikant showing a touch of class there. That's Azharuddin's 20th run. India 129 for 2. And I think Ranjit, while one gives full credit to Shrikant for the way he has accelerated and played glorious shots, I think one must give a pat to the back of Azharuddin. He's played very well, and he's realized that Shrikant is in full flow and has given him all the opportunities.
Quite right. I think Azharuddin's kept the scoreboard moving by looking for the single and giving Shrikant all the bowling. That's a beautiful
over the top, 6 runs. Into the stands. Going to be run at Ramesh Ratnayaka. The dispiritedness of the Sri Lankans quite obvious now.
Sri Lanka.
If someone is playing an innings of this nature, it is quite a hard thing on the fielders. Full toss, and it's hit with disdainful ease through the square leg boundary for 4. Quite frankly, Ranjit, I don't think the bowlers anymore know where to pitch the ball.
You're right. I think they feared Shrikant the most when the game started, and he's really shown what he could do and he's capable of doing.
That's another improvised shot. 4 more. Glorious improvisation by Shrikant. Opening the face of the bat and placing the ball wide of the fielder. the full toss and 4 more runs. To the deep backward square leg boundary. 16 runs off the over.
Bowled in. And what a wonderful chance Sirikant has missed. He went down the wicket, played right across, bowled for 92, but then that's the way Sirikant plays. That's the way he gives enjoyment to the spectators. He lives dangerously, and let's watch him again.
That shot really typifies Srikant's innings. Pitched up to him, has a wide swipe at 92, and he's gone. What a great innings by Srikant.
And this could be it. Ramesh Ratnayaka, the fielder. Kapil takes the second run, and India has beaten Sri Lanka by 7 wickets.
A very well-deserved victory here by India. They didn't look into any difficulty whatsoever, except for the first, when they lost 2 wickets in 1 over, when Lobroy was brought into attack. They went a little bit cautious to regain the posture of the inning, and they recollected it, and then they took it from there on and never looked back. Full marks to Srikant to play a very powerful knock here, but 92 is obviously tremendous.